Yo, what's up, everybody? So today we're going to do day three for the series, mentorship series from no one to someone. Since we're going from 0 to 100, we're gonna assume you don't know anything about how to start trading. So I'm gonna show it to you how exactly you can start. So first, I want you to understand what is trading is basically when you trade something for something else. So basically, in real life, you go to a store and you exchange your money to get the item you want to get. Same here, we exchange the money to trade a specific asset. So you can trade, for example, commodities, you can trade indices, crypto, futures, forex, stocks, bonds. There's a lot of stuff. Now, what I'm going to show you in this whole mentorship is going to be specifically for futures and forex. You can try use it on crypto, but I don't have sufficient experience in that to let you know whether it works, it doesn't work. So I'd recommend you use it on forex or futures. Now, forex, what are these? It's basically world's different currencies against each other, and futures is basically, well, actually I'm going to use NQ and ES here, which are futures, but NQ is 100 of American different stocks in one bundle basically, and ES is 500 together. They are different though. They do have some like stocks that both of them have it, but most of the stocks are different between the two pairs. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I specifically trade NQES and Euro USD futures. Gold is also, I'm interested in also in gold trading, but that's not my main pair. Okay, so what you need to start trading? All you need is a gadget to use with internet. So basically, you need a phone or a laptop or anything, iPad, it could be PC, whatever. You just need one electronic device plus Wi-Fi. That's all you need. So once you have those two, now how do we start trading? Okay, so basically you need a place to chart. Okay, so to draw, to understand the market, to analyze the market. So for that, we're going to use TradingView, which is absolutely free. You can go to tradingview.com. I will post the link in the bio in the description. So yeah, you can go to tradingview.com and you can go forward from there. And so you need some place to read the news. That will be Forex Factory. That's what I have been using for years now. Okay, Forex Factory. Again, the link will be down below. And you definitely need a place to learn and a place to connect with other traders so you can ask as many questions you want without being shy, without getting mocked. So for that, for the learning place, you can use YouTube, you can use Google. There's a lot of information out there. Now, this series will be 100% enough for you to become profitable. That is my whole aim, to make you profitable in 6 months or something like that. And for the place to connect with traders, I have my own free community on Discord. I post everything for free there, and everything. When I say everything, literally everything. The link is also in bio, so you can use that. Okay, so now we are on charts. Oh, by the way, before I continue, if you have any questions that I didn't specify until now the answer to, so if you have a question, then just DM me on Discord, or you can even ask in the comments. I will answer literally every beginner question and even advanced question. Alright, let's continue. So when you open charts, this is going to be the look. Now the blues, this blue candle is going to be green for you, and the black one is going to be red for you. You can just change that in the settings. Okay, so up here you have time frames. We will go deep into those. You have your watch list here. You can click on the thing here and add symbol or rename or delete. You can do whatever you want. You can go full screen like this. You have all the tools on the left side here. You can pick, you can favorite them, and they will be in this thing here. This is how it works basically. Here you can change whatever you want. Okay, to enter, to basically do what, like to pick the pair that I'm trading, you go into futures and you pick NQ. Okay, that's what I've been trading. This is it. Okay, that's how you go into the pair I'm doing right now. So you have indicators here, which we will not use replay mode, but you do need to pay subscription. I think it's about $20 to get it. Once you pay, you can go back in time, but it is pretty nice tool to backtest. I will explain what is backtest, forward test, everything. So that's the, here you have your profile, different. You don't actually need those, but just if you open and you see something else than basic candlesticks, you can go into candles from right here, from the arrow, pick the candlesticks. Okay, yeah, that's all you need for now. So let's understand the chart real quick. Okay, now let's say you open the chart, you see this. Now most people think that it's just candles moving and they think the chart is the market, but it is not actually. Okay, we're gonna fix how you look at that. It's because once like it clicks, everything will be simpler for you. Okay, so let's go into it. So most beginners think a chart is candles, you know, indicators, patterns. No, it's not. Okay, it is not. That mindset is wrong. Okay, so a chart is simply a record of transactions over time. That's it. So every candle is built from like people buying, people selling, you know, different prices, different sizes. That's it. Okay, nothing else. Now, price moves because orders are being filled, not because the line was drawn or a pattern was activated. You know, it's not those. It's basically the whole market. Think of it as an auction because it's an auction basically. So when price moves up, that means buyers are willing to pay higher prices, and when price moves down, it means sellers are accepting lower prices. That's it. Okay, now real quick before I continue forward, let me show you how to, you know, we open the charts. What is this? What can you understand from it? Like, okay, most of the beginners will understand that we are going higher, so the price is going higher per asset. Okay, but how do you even read this? Okay, so let's go here. Let's understand. Okay, let's pick for example, let's pick this candle right here. So every candlestick, this is called candlestick by the way, like every one of them, it's one candlestick. So every candlestick has 4 points. Okay, actually every candlestick has 2 points. Okay, so first, not 2 points, 2 parts. Okay, so first part is this part plus this part. So when you see this very thin part, that's called a wick or a shadow, but we're gonna use a wick. So that's a wick. Okay, and here we also have a wick. So those two are wicks, and there is also the second part, which is called body. So right now that's the body. So the thick part is called body. Okay, so 2 parts, and you have 4 points inside a candlestick. Okay, now first point, that's the first point, that's the second point, third point, and fourth point. So that's for a black candlestick or red. So basically a bearish candlestick. Okay, you can go into settings, symbol, and you can change the colors. Okay, whatever you want. Oh, my bad. So for a bearish candlestick, the body's open is gonna be at the high. So not the high of the whole body, whole candlestick. I'm talking about the body. So on the bearish candlestick, which is going lower, and how do you know if it's going lower? It's because it's black. In your case, it will be red. So you look at your trading view screen, pick a random red candlestick. Okay, the high of the body is gonna be the open, and the close is gonna be the low of the body, and then this is the low, and that's the high. So open, close, high, low. That's the 4 points. Okay, those points are really important because everything technically is based on these 4 points. Okay, now the market is constantly asking like, where can I find, what price can I find enough buyers or sellers? So when it finds them, price slows. When it doesn't, price moves fast. Okay, that's why we have aggressive moves, slow moves, you know. So let's understand what is the time frame. Okay, now every candlestick you see, first of all, what time frame am I on? Right now I am on 50-minute. Okay, so every single candlestick you see represent 15 minutes of transactions. Okay, so this candle right here, okay, let's pick this one. That candle started at 4 a.m. You can see down here, by the way, that candle started at 4 a.m. Okay, so 4 a.m. So after 15 minutes, the next candlestick opens. And on the right side, you can see this 12 minutes 30 seconds. That means this candlestick started 2 minutes ago, and it does make sense, right? Because it's 4:17, so 2 minutes back, that would be 4:15. That would mean a new candlestick because I am on the 50-minute. So every candlestick is a transaction of the period you have picked. So if I go 1 minute, let's say, every candlestick represents 1 minute of transactions. Okay, so this one was 4:16, 4 a.m. 16th minute. That candle took 59 seconds to form, and now we just formed this one, and now we are forming this one. Look, it's 55 seconds. And by the way, you can if you don't have this timer, then let me know in the comments or Discord. I know there is a way to enable and not enable it. I will show it. Oh, right here, countdown to bar close. So you click settings, okay, and you go into scales and lies, and you will find countdown to bar close. You have to enable that. Okay, so now that we know, okay, so let's bring one more example. So if I go daily, now we can see that every single candlestick represents a day. Okay, so look, we have January 2nd all the way to January 28th. Okay, so every candlestick is about day, so 24 hours. Right now it's 18 bars because, well, you don't have Sundays and Saturdays, so that's how it works. So this candlestick here was the whole day of yesterday. Okay, that was the whole day of yesterday, and that's the day before. That's how it works. And now can you let's see. So this candlestick, okay, so that's Monday. Okay, 2 days ago from today, that's Monday. So on Monday, the market opened right here. So the first second of Monday opened right there. Okay, and then we pushed lower, or maybe we went higher first. We only could see that on the lower time frame, but overall in the whole day, this candlestick, so the price pushed all the way down here and all the way up there, okay, but it did close here. So that was the last second of the whole day. That's how you can read. And you see how like when this closes here, the next open is next to it. That's because when you close here, you're not gonna open down here, right? You have to open next to it. But sometimes you will see, by the way, so blue candlesticks, they open at the low of the body. The red ones open at the high of the body. So that's the only thing different between blue and red, because blue goes higher, so it has to open down here and close up there. That's the only way to have a green or blue candlestick. And if you want a red candlestick, bearish candlestick, so these are called bulls, because do you know why is it called bulls? Because how does a bull attack? It basically shoves its head from down toward upwards, right? That's why it's called bulls, bullish market. And how do bears attack? They attack with their claws towards, like, down, right? They like snatch their claws downwards. That's why it's called bearish and bullish. So for a bearish candlestick, you need to open at the high and close downwards. How does a bull attack and how does a bear attack? So now that we understand how the candlesticks work, okay, now I'm gonna go on the 5 minute here, and you can see, okay, like we pushed higher, this candle opened here, closed up there, so we're going higher, right? And then we started going lower. That's how you read. Okay, so next part that I'm gonna talk about is a big part that breaks a lot of people. 1 hour candle is not more important than a 5 minute candle. Remember that, because like time frame only changes how much data is compressed. Okay, 1 minute is going to show you a lot of data, singular data, and hourly candle, like on a 1 hour time frame, is just going to show you like more compressed data. So two things: how many transactions are inside one candle and how much data is compressed. That's it. That's the only difference between time frames. A 1 hour candle is just like 12 5-minute candles stacked together. Okay, so a 50-minute candle is just 3 5-minute candles stacked together. Okay, so when people say lower time frame is noise, no, it's not noise, it's just more detailed information. Okay, and the problem is most of them, they don't know how to read that detail yet. Okay, so then that's normal, because that's what we're gonna do here. So what do news do? What are news? Why do we have news, and what does it do? So news, okay, when we have news, it doesn't mean that they create moves. It just means they accelerate the moves that we're already planned. So that's why sometimes it's easy to read news. Some traders do it very easily because news already, like, price moves already go to where liquidity exists. Orders are waiting, someone needs to enter or exit. That's how it works. So news just accelerates the move that was already planned. Okay, institutions don't wait for news. Orders are placed in advance. So okay, so now that we know the chart, we know pairs, we know time frames, let's go through some tools here. So this is a trend line tool. Basically, it's just a line. Actually, it's just a line. Okay, you can mark everything, you can use the template, go through them. Okay, and then you have a box here. Okay, and you'll brush. Oh, by the way, these are my favorites here because I have chosen like this. You can go into anything, you can mark them out. So we're gonna talk about trades right now. So two types of trades, actually not two types, two directions of trades. Okay, so let me change the color. Okay, so two direction of trades. Okay, so one is a short, which means going short. Okay, or short or sell. Okay, this is the short, when you open your trade towards the downward. So if the price, so you're selling the asset, so when you open the trade, and if it goes lower from your entry point, you win. If it goes higher from your entry point, you lose. So right now the price is right here. Look, it's this line shows me where is the price right now, and if I press sell right now, the market is going to be sold right here. Okay, don't focus on these two lines right now, I will explain that later. So right now I have like probably very small in profit because the price is lower than my entry. That's how it works. And then I have a long position or a buy. So let's say I just entered there, and now I will be basically in minus because the price is lower than my entry price. That's how it works, because on a long position I need the price to go higher in order for me to be in profit. Now what are those two lines here? Okay, those 2 points. So you have two things called stop loss and TP, take profit. So stop loss and take profit. Now the word is already inside of the, the word already tells you what it is. Stop loss. So it stops your loss. So how does this work? Let's say I enter right here and the market suddenly pushes very high, right? Goes very high, and I fail to close in time. I will lose a lot of money. So what do? We use the stop losses. So I put my stop loss somewhere later, like we will do analysis later, you will understand where to put exactly. But let's say I put my stop loss right there. Okay, and in this case I can close whenever I want until that. I can even pull my stop loss higher, but the idea is that the program TradingView will automatically, or your broker actually will automatically close the trade when the price goes higher than your stop loss. Okay, it's really simple. It's just you pick a line, and once it taps the line, automatically closes the trade. And same you have for take profit. You don't wanna see price go lower, and then for 1 second you go, I don't know, drink water, and you come back, you see the trade is already up there, and basically you could have won down here, but now you're losing. You don't want to see that, right? So that's why you have stop loss, take profit. Take profit. So you put your take profit wherever you want, up to you. And once the price tags the line right here, you get out. You get out with profit. Okay. So now that we know trades, how do they work? By the way, the positions are long position and short position right here. It's in the 5th category. You go. It's basically that. It's called projection and long short position. Now, your stop loss doesn't get hunted, okay, because the markets trade huge, like huge numbers. Your couple contracts is not gonna do anything. Okay, so your stop loss does not get hunted. You just placed it where many others probably placed it, or in an obvious spot, okay, inside the auction range. The market doesn't know you, but it knows where liquidity sits, and price must go where orders exist. We called it, right? Price goes to where you can find a lot of buyers and sellers. Okay, so what is price doing? Now I will go more deep into this, but right now, just for the beginner, the price is always either searching for liquidity or delivering from it. Okay, nothing else. So what I like to, like one concept I like to always look at the charts with is AMD. Okay, so the price is either accumulating, manipulating, distributing, okay, or you can also add expanding, which is the same distribution but it's just like more, expands, and then correcting, so then you can go back into the cycle. That's how you, like, once you accept this, you stop asking why emotionally and start asking where. Now when you understand what a chart really is, you stop blaming manipulations and stop chasing indicators or overdrawing lines. You don't blame the markets or anything. You just understand the chart. So the market is not against you, but it's just doing its job. So you just gotta either go with the flow, okay, not interrupt its job, or you will be basically in a loss. So it's up to you. So your job is to read behavior, not predict outcomes. This is today's main thing that I wanna teach y'all is never assume or predict or say it's reasonable, because that's also assuming in some way. Never do those. Okay, always just react. Okay, watch the price. Okay, read the behavior. Okay, you have to react off of the reaction the market is giving to you. Okay, so we did understand how we can use TradingView. You need Discord to learn, YouTube to learn. Okay, my Discord is gonna be in the bio. Trust me, you will need a Discord like that where you can ask any question. Okay, if you have a question, I will hop on a real quick call with you, explain it to you, or you can even ask on the daily sessions that we do in the server. Now that we understood everything here, so this episode was everything about how to start, what do you need to start, a bit about mindset, about how to think about the chart. Now you understand what are these. Okay, you understand how to use a bit about the TradingView. By the way, down here you can change your time zone. I always use New York time zone just so it doesn't get messy with calculating when is the session's gonna start. I will explain that later also. Okay, so we talked about time frames, liquidity a bit, entries, structure. I'm gonna go very, very deep in the later series. Okay, right now just understand on this episode I want y'all to understand how do candlesticks work. Okay, what means going higher, going lower. I want you to understand how to open TradingView. That's the two things I want y'all to understand. Okay, bullish market, bearish market. Bullish means higher, bearish means lower. Okay, in the next video it's gonna be a bit more in depth again, day by day we're going more in depth. And yeah, trust me guys, if you invest hours you will see results later on. Okay, it took, after having 3 years of experience in Forex, it took me around 6 months to be profitable in futures. So you see, it doesn't take, it's not the get rich quick scheme. okay, like having 3 years of background in forex and then switching to futures, blowing your first 5 accounts, and then after 6 months becoming profitable in it. Okay, so just stick to it. As a homework, you can go watch more videos on candlesticks. As I said, I'm not gonna. My goal is to help you turn profitable. My goal is to help yourself make yourself profitable. My goal is not gonna, like, this is, I'm just giving you the path. Okay, you have to invest in it. So I'm telling you, okay, right now, as a homework or something like that, go learn more about candlesticks, bearish market, bullish market. Okay, learn how to use more trading view. Okay, you can search on Google or YouTube, like, how do I use trading view, and there are a lot of tutorials. All right, well, day 3 from no one to someone. Thank you for watching. We'll be back either tomorrow or the next day. Okay, all right, y'all, stay safe. See ya.